Could they have killed Finn? And the other elf shushes him.
Who's Finn?
Oh. Well, they seem shocked that you understood what they had said. And,
I show him my ears like I'm a half elf.
a
That's a good
half-breed,
one.
huh?
Yeah, say myself so.
Finn has not returned. He's our brother. He was traveling with us, but he should be here, and he's not.
Have you heard of the tricrine that is running around, chasing elves?
We have not. There's a Thrycreen in these parts? We thought they lived far to the northwest.
No, not this one.
So,
Well,
Yeah.
we offer to maybe guard you from a distance, and if it shows up, we can protect you. But you gotta kind of understand that you're gonna be a little bit of a bait for a bit.
so now they seem concerned that their brother might have been killed by a Thrycreen. Some of them are talking about forming a search party to go look for him.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
He was quite a ways out west from the direction you came.
I think Orin and Taurus, if you want to follow them
I sure would.
and protect them, I'm pretty sure the two of you are able to handle that without everyone.
All right.
Yeah, I can go
Alright,
invisible.
Just FYI, I did want to take him up, so I'll buy 2 of the Erdlu. Is that so? 30 ceramic.
Yep.
Sounds like you said.
30 ceramic pieces.
Done. And
If you actually want to make a haggling roll, you might be able to get a better deal.
Are we killing this Thrycreen?
I thought we were.
You can kill it if you want. There's it says it's dead or alive. So
Is there more money for it being alive?
bring back the head, I guess.
The elves wanted it dead. Definitely dead.
Oh, you guys
Okay.
can go.
Oh,
If
that's
anybody
funny.
else want to join, they can. But I'm not. I'm in heavy armor. I won't be able to.
Okay,
hide.
yeah, they'll give you like a small discount. So I guess like 28 CP.
Okay.
Elves drive a hard bargain.
Yeah.
Hold on. So we're getting ready to go protect the search party and
Yeah.
bring back a Thrycreen, and we're not even getting a discount?
We are
got,
getting
we got like a 8% discount.
Yeah, you're getting a discount.
Okay, so
Um,
Orin and Taurus in the night travel west with a search party of elves worried about their brother
hold on.
Finn.
While we're traveling, I want to be invisible. I'm using my invisibility.
Okay, that's fine.
I tell them that I'll be just hovering right above them.
Ah,
I'm keeping my poor old man persona on.
okay. So you travel west and you feel like you're getting close to the area you avoided.
Where?
The bloodstains, the disrupted hillside.
Hmm.
Our brother was this way, the elves say as they travel directly towards it.
I want to go ahead and underground
Ah.
and try to sense.
You phase into the earth and find a slumbering megapede. Resting enormous, kaiju size, curled under the sand.
Oh,
Can I rush back to them and say, go no further?
Alright, you stop the party from advancing into the megapede lair.
If your brother went this way, he is no longer. There is a large insect underground here. Would you say not ziggurat sized, but
Megapede is a gargantuan monster.
yeah, the size of a tavern hall, the size of the biggest tents in the meetings of the elves.
The elves nod solemnly. They recognize the description of a megapede, one of the most dangerous creatures in the deserts of Athos.
You can see the bloodstains from there. They seem fresh.
Yeah,
it might be.
they're upset, but they understand that when you live in the desert, sometimes the desert bites you.
Do we need to keep poking around the megapede? Because I'm ready to go ahead and call it.
Oh, the elves are terrified. They're going to retreat for sure. If they know there's a
Wait.
megapede here, they're going to avoid that area.
Is it worth a kill?
You're going robotic there.
Yeah, I'm lagging a lot.
We could. I mean, I suppose it's worth to somebody, maybe, but
Megapede's a dangerous creature. You might want the party for that.
right.
He gets
I
lair
don't know that
actions and everything.
I don't know that we need to.
Well, we should just
right
leave
now.
it sleeping.
I can say we can leave it sleeping. Yeah. Note this place and where we are, but we'll.
We're never gonna come back if we don't kill it now. But is it worth killing anyways? Like if not,
I don't think that it is. I think we can. This is a combat we can avoid.
Is
Let's
this something I
think
can
about-
transfer into?
Let's see. A megapede is listed as a gargantuan beast, CR 18, so probably not yet.
Oh, never mind. Okay, I was looking at a way different stat block. It says CR3.
Yeah, must be a baby.
Yeah.
This is the gargantuan one.
So I am happy that I was able to detect that through the sand and the ground.
Yeah, your burrowing ability's paying off.
It sure is.
Megapedes
I'm
are
gonna go-
ambush predators, so if you walk over the spot where it's sleeping, it'll notice you and it'll just burst up out of the ground and take a big bite. So they're quite dangerous if you get caught in the ambush. But knowing it's there in advance means you can just sort of avoid the region.
Yeah. I'd say we call this encounter figured out.
So the elves are sad that their brother was eaten and some of his flock is now in the belly of the beast, but at least we're all alive.
Make sure you remember
Right, let's
this
return back
place
there.
is never to return. Place where he died.
Okay. And they make a mental note of it, and they return to their camp and to report the sad news to the rest.
When we get back, I perform the ritual to speak with animals, and I will question the earth if they have noticed other elves just disappearing out of
Hold on a
nowhere.
second. I'm casting a sending spell. I don't know, any random person I saw from the camp.
Uh-huh. What do you say?
It's like, is everyone alive over there?
They do a head count, and it seems as if they're all there, yes.
Alright. So the monster hasn't struck yet.
So the night pretty much goes uneventfully. Anybody who didn't go to the Megapede place will be able to get a full rest. If you went on the Megapede expedition, you're probably only going to get like a short rest.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so in the morning, the elves are up at the first light. They pack their belongings into their backpacks. They bid you farewell, and they set off into the desert, sort of in a northward direction.
So do Taurus and I have a level of exhaustion?
Yeah, I guess you would.
Okay.
Wait, I thought we get to roll for it.
Yeah, I think you can roll for it.
Okay. Is it fortitude?
God.
Con save.
Con save.
I forget what the rule is. I think it's like 12 plus 1 for every night that you keep like marching on without resting.
Okay, so I made
31.
Yeah, that's a good roll. All right, so you're tired, but you don't feel too many negative effects. It's only soft exhaustion.
I feel great.
I stifle a yawn, but continue on.
All right. So the next day you're traveling eastward, and it's another 8-mile slog through intense sand dunes that go high up into the air and then down into a deep valley and then way back up into the air and then down into a deep valley. It goes rather uneventfully. The storm that you saw in the distance is closer now. The second day it's moved a lot closer to the region that you're in, and it's blowing just in the distance. And you're moving towards it. And as the wind picks up, a lot of the members of Ten Pug's band, they'll begin to wrap their scarves around their faces and dab water from their water skins onto their faces to soak up any of the sand blowing so they don't breathe it in. Some of them that have goggles or sandstorm masks, they might begin putting those on to protect against the blowing wind. I mean, they'll wrap their cloaks around themselves tightly to keep the abrasive sand off. So everybody trudges forward into the storm. I'm going to need a perception roll from everybody again.
Perception roll.
Due to the sandstorm, I've made the DC on this one very high.
I can't see through the sand.
10.
I'm going to give the ranger a roll too, but she only rolled an 8.
I'm gonna go underground and try to just
21.
sense through the ground.
Yeah, this is sort of like as you're traveling, so it's not like a one-time thing. It's just like general perceptiveness.
Okay.
21.
29.
Oh, nice.
29. That's actually really good. Okay, ring sight, you're extra perceptive and you sense evil.
Sense how?
There's an evil presence just up ahead.
Feel it in your paladin bones.
I'll look through my sniper scope.
It's like a noxious odor.
Oh. Time for an arcane eyeball again.
Okay, you cast your arcane eye and you send it towards where you sense the presence of evil. Your arcane eye floats into the swirling sandstorm and reveals an ambush. A small army of Gith, there's got to be dozens and dozens of them. They're waiting in a rocky outcropping all around, just up ahead, within 60 feet. They're all lurking low to the ground, covered in sand. They've got their long spears laying on the ground just in front of them, ready to spring up their spears as the party approaches and drive them into you. The leader of this band of Gith just emanates waves of noxious evil. He's just a cruel and horrible Gith.
Like, even without me turning on my paladin powers?
Well, it says the presence of strong evil registers on your senses automatically, right? You can spend an action to be aware of exactly where they are, but I'm just telling you that you have the general sense that they're up ahead.
I don't think that's how the paladin thing works. Let me check.
Yeah, that's what it says. The presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Until the end of your next turn, you know the exact location of any fiend or undead within 60 feet of you that's not behind total cover.
Huh.
These guys are just heavily obscured. They're not completely behind total cover.
I guess that... Yeah, that reading makes sense, I'd say. That's actually... That's a good way to read that. Makes it less useless.
So you became vaguely aware. If you want to pinpoint them, you could, but you used the arcane sensor instead, and that's a little more accurate. Because that gives you visuals, not just sort of a general location.
All right. Well, I inform the rest of you.
Okay, you figured out the ambush is just up ahead. Ten Pug and his band are overjoyed. They want to enter a battle with the Gith. I could do this all as quick combat. It would be pretty quick.
Yeah, that's that.
Do they
Okay.
want to do it themselves?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Ten Pug's band, when they enter into quick combat, they're going to hit hard, right? So we've got a cavalry of 20 that's going to go wide. Then we've got the militia, which is going to come in. That's like 40 people in the militia. They're going to come in with their basic weapons, their tools, hammers, spears, things like that. Meanwhile, you've got like the main force, like the 9 members of Ten Pug's band, acting as sort of like the leaders and making a lot of ranged attacks. Linth is going to make a sneak attack. She's going to backstab somebody. So's Raxkin. He's going to backstab somebody.
I'm gonna tell Ten Pug to bring the leader alive.
Yeah. Anybody who's a fighter is going to action surge. Their
Fireball.
numbers are really good.
Alright.
You said there's a group of like stealthy people that are backstabbing?
Yeah, some of them are stealthy. A couple of them.
I'll take the stealthy people with me and use Pass Without a Trace as a bonus to ensure the stealth attack works successfully. And
Yeah, all right.
As a +2. And take Oris and Taurus with me. Let's go smash them in the back.
Smash.
Smash them, Taurus, with your big hammer.
That's what she said.
I was really expecting Taurus' strongest areas.
Let's see. I thought I did the quick combat numbers here already. Where is it? Now, here it is. All right. Rolling for Ten Pug's band. Okay, so for quick combat, I need to know what everybody's number is that they're throwing in so I can add it up. So, just going down the list. Taurus, what do you got? +2, +3? Are you going to use any resources on it?
I think it's just a +3, right?
So that would be attack, and rage. That would be +3.
I don't know what my +3 is.
So to get the
Plus
+3,
two?
you could use a rage, or you could use a resource like an item or something.
+2.
You just want to go with 2 attacks, +2. All right,
Yep.
Morg.
I'm gonna use the level 2 spell for the Pass Without a Trace on them.
Yeah, you got your +2. Will.
Yeah.
2 attacks, +1 for sneak attack, +3 total.
Okay.
Grimorn, what kind of spell are you throwing at it?
+6.
Oh, 6th level spell. Which one do you cast?
Fireball.
A really big fireball? Alright.
Yeah.
Don't destroy the spears. We need to collect them for our army of the militiamen to fight the other Gith in the
Yeah,
cave.
be more creative.
Hey, Sia, do you want to cast a spell? Gerard? Soul?
Yeah.
Hello, hello?
If you use like a level 6 Scorching Ray, will it avoid hitting the spears?
I don't think that's how that works.
Well, like, items have to be targeted. Generally, you wouldn't hit an item. His fireball hits everything. That goes around corners, so...
Yeah, that's why I said
Yeah,
that
well, you-
Scorching Ray would be more targeted, so it wouldn't
Paranos
blow
so
up
much,
their
like
spears.
the tip is still gonna be good.
you just want the steel. You don't care about the wood.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, but are we gonna go back somewhere to go get some wood and make some
Yeah.
spear shafts to stick
Yeah.
the heads
Oh,
on
yeah.
them before we go
Yes,
to
that's
the
exactly what we're
caves?
gonna do.
Well, I think you
No,
already
we only-
did fill the airship with all the wood from Tenpug's temple, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you want to buy all that?
Yeah, we're buying all of that. Getting wood is not too much of a problem. Plus, if we really want to try to make a special one, we could use some of that tree of life that we took.
So I'm
Alright,
gonna do
very
plus
interesting
2
what
for soul.
You know, we can make this spear better if we really wanted to.
I mean, I'm talking about like if we're just arming the people that are coming with us with better equipment than fucking farm tools to kill the Gith down in the caves,
Yeah, they'll be fine.
then like I don't know if we have like carpentry tools to make the wood that we bought into
We're trying to use them on the fly, is
spear.
the thing, so we don't want them destroyed.
I fireball anyway.
Hey, Terrell.
Oh, okay.
I'm just firing ball against them.
So what are you doing during the combat turn?
Couch.
How many people did we bring with us?
So a 3rd level spell, plus 3.
Like 70 people from the Bug's Temple, 60 commoners and like
And how many
10
Gith are there?
other people.
There are 37 Gith.
They just need to hang back for the first round. We kill them all. Kill all the Gith.
No,
And
they're
then-
revving for a fight. This is what they're here for. So they
No,
immediately
no,
join the battle.
I got it. I'm saying they just need to hang back, protect
No,
themselves,
they're
be
not
defensive.
going to hang back. They want to fight.
They don't have weapons.
It's a full-blown combat. That's what's happening. Like, what's your damage? Let's get this going, guys. We're in the middle of a fight.
Who else didn't do anything?
I did
Oh,
a level
right.
6 spell. What's your level spell?
I did.
So
I did 2.
So
Taurus did 2.
somebody has to
Paul
roll
did
the
2.
dice. That's the last thing. So whoever is the designated dice roller, roll a d20.
I won't because it's always bullshit when I roll.
I'm rolling, even though my rolls have been shit all night. Let's this be the first good one? Now it's 7. What's the bonus?
18. So you got a 25.
I'll give the big bad. I'll give Tenpug a haste.
Yeah,
Level
that's
2
the
spell?
same. Haste is level 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I already had you marked down as a level 3 spell. Okay, so let's see. The Gith, they would have hit a lot harder had they got an ambush, but because they weren't able to get an ambush, they only get off regular attacks. And it looks like the battle is a complete wash. The Gith are completely wiped out in the attack. They managed to do a little bit of damage, but because they were caught off guard, they're defeated so badly that they're wiped out. And you didn't take any losses on your side.
But
But
I
the-
wanted one of them to stay alive, though.
You can patch up the lieutenant, the Gith lieutenant. He was the leader of their group. You wanted to keep him alive. So he's downed and he's bleeding, but if you apply some magical healing, he'll be alive enough that you can interrogate him.
I'm just gonna point of lay on hands.
You're using lay on hands?
Yeah, like a point of it. Is he alive now?
You have yourself a
With
prisoner.
one
He speaks Gith. Does anybody speak Gith?
Nope.
All right, you'll have to use psionics.
Yawn. Please
Or
don't.
true language spell.
Hang on, let me double check if this is how this works. I always forget.
Yeah, either psionics or comprehend languages.
New edition of Strange 100 liquidate the Are you sure he doesn't know common?
Yeah, he definitely doesn't know common. He only speaks Gith.
Hold on. Let me just check if I have a spell to do that without hurting something I want. Thoughts would be. Hang on. Focus on any creature consciousness. No presence of any creatures. Okay, no common language requirement.
All right.
So uh, detect thoughts. It is time to dig into his brain pan.
Okay. He's resisting you getting into his brain. He's a psionicist himself, and he has some mental defenses that allow you to only get so far into his mind before you feel hedged out by his will. But what you can get is that he's in retreat, that his forces were returning to their base after the defeat in the war that you participated in. So they were going to regroup in the mines, but he saw an opportunity to lay an ambush in the storm. These are all surface thoughts. He's quite angry with himself that his brilliant plan didn't work.
Have you been able to communicate with him?
I'm going to use mind sliver.
That does damage. Isn't that just going to knock him back out?
Okay, he has like 5 more health points. 6.
You touch him to heal him, and then you blast him with a spell. Ah, headache.
Mind sliver is it rises a disoriented spike of psychic energy into his brain.
Yeah.
So he suffers on his save, so hopefully I can dig deeper in there.
Well, forcing another check. Oh, I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1. Okay, well, what else can I give you? Fear. Nightmarish fear. He's more afraid of his master than he is of you.
And his master is...
A powerful scion. His teacher.
Is it
Tell me
also
more.
a gift?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What does this master look like?
His master looks like a Gith. You can't really tell them apart.
Where did this master come from?
Your racist ring sight.
From
Hey,
from the Gith Mountains. The Black Spine Mountains, just to the east.
does anything else distinguish them from regular Gith?
This is a elite Gith. He is a mighty psionic warrior.
Right, I'll just scan him for anything else of use or note.
The Gith tribes do not honor their leaders with any kind of garb or attire.
He probably has better equipment than the others, but not all too different or dissimilar from the average Gith with a spear and his little shell armor.
Okay.
Alright. After interrogating the prisoner, are you going to keep him chained up, take him with you, or are you going to finish him off?
Maybe
Alright,
we can
sure.
use them as a bargaining chip when we enter the cave.
You keep him as a hostage, then. How are you going to transport him? Are you going to throw him over one of the kank saddles and just keep him tied up, or what?
I experiment and throw my master capture ball at him.
No.
What?
Use it on a Gith.
Wait, what?
I guess roll to hit.
How does the magic weapon work? It's a +1 to hit. Is it what kind of like proficiencies does it use?
For a thrown weapon, you would usually use strength.
Okay. Plus. Does it have like proficiencies for like any kind of like martial weapons or anything like that?
I believe that everybody is proficient in simple thrown weapons. That's all this is.
Okay. I have +6 then to that.
It would be equivalent to throwing a rock. So,
Wow, all my rolls are so low today. 12.
12. Well, he was tied up, so it's not hard to hit him. So,
Okay.
he goes in the ball.
Oh my god, I thought it only worked on beasts. This is so cool.
Now, does it say only beasts in the ball's description? If it does say only
Uh,
beasts,
It just says if a creature is struck by this magic orb, then and the HP is less than the attack roll, which is 12, and Ringsight said he only healed him like what 5 or 6 health.
okay, yeah, that's what I
So
thought.
he goes in the orb.
Yeah, it does work on anything that meets the requirements. So,
But in character, I'm like, I didn't think this would work on things other than beasts, since that's what the beast tamer gave it to me for,
Right.
to capture beasts.
well, the thing
But
is,
I'm
like, if you
excited as an experiment.
if you wanted to capture beasts for the Beastmaster, then you've sort of wasted the ball because now it's got a Gith in it instead of a beast. So, I mean, you might want to release the Gith and get something better in it down the line. But for now, it's a good trap.
Well, yeah, I haven't found any of the beasts that the beast person wants.
Now, as I recall, at whatever point I choose, I can roll to try to escape.
Yeah, he's gonna have like 6 health when he comes out of the ball. I don't care.
He's shocked to be magically captured in a ball and tries to escape almost immediately. But I rolled a 1 and he failed.
You put him in a Pokeball.
I know where a Megapede is.
You want to feed the worm, this guy?
Oh no, I'm trying to capture the Megapede thing.
You want to use him as a lure?
But Joe,
What?
it's based on hit points, and the Megapede has hundreds.
So you have to
Not if I
damage it a lot before you can
Bring it all the way
use
down.
it.
Just like in
The
Pokemon.
creature can make an escape check a number of times equal to its proficiency bonus.
Yeah, so this dude actually gets a couple more tries later in the day.
How would I oppose the escape check? Do I use like my strength or something, or what do I use it with?
Yeah. Strength, athletics, probably. Just grab the ball and hold it shut.
I don't have athletics.
Just a straight up strength check then. I did roll a 1, so you should have no trouble.
9.
Yeah, you're good. Alright, so you crushed the Gith encounter. You avoided the Megapede. Alright, we're making good progress. Alright, so we're deep into day 2 of the adventure as you're traveling along. Everybody in your army is going to consume a quantity of food and water. A long day of travel exhausts everybody. And you've now fully moved into the storm. And you approach the end of the day, darkness falls, and it's time to make camp. So Tenpug and his band, they're going to start setting up tents and trying to get out of this damn desert dust storm that's just constantly been howling around you. You can hear the clap of thunder in the air as well. There's definitely some lightning moving around in these giant dust clouds.
Can Sia cast a spell to reduce the strength of that storm by 1? Control weather. Yeah,
Can't Soul just make a giant wizard tower thing appear that everyone can just hide inside?
Hang on, I turned his volume down because he was snoring a little bit. Hang on. See ya,
Who was snoring?
Gerard.
Oh
Gerard.
man,
Hello.
Gerard.
J-Rod. See ya. Soul. Wakey wakey. Alright, we tried. Yeah, he does it.
Yeah, so we can help reduce the weather a little, make it a little bit better. I'll take the degree like down by 1, I think.
Alright, you calm the weather down as much as you possibly can, and then you all settle in for the night. Is anybody gonna stay on watch? Who wants to be on watch?
I'll be on watch for an hour.
Alright, so you're on watch for a while. It's pretty uneventful. The wind howls, the thunder claps occasionally. A great crack of light and the sound of the thunderclap occasionally permeates the dark stillness of the night.
Oh wow.
You can occasionally hear some beetles nearby that are just making clicking sounds at each other. Other than that, you don't get ambushed by any monsters during the night. Does anybody else want to be on watch later?
I'll be on watch for a couple hours.
Yeah, all right. So a couple hours go by as Morg is staring off into the darkness. During your watch, a few razor wings fly by. They're sort of circling in the dying light of the day. They seem to enjoy the wind. They're flying around in great circles in the sky.
You know, the dust doesn't bother them.
Nah, they don't mind it.
Okay.
All right. Those 2 hours go by uneventfully. Does anybody else want to be on watch?
Let's watch.
So, while you're sleeping during the night, sometimes people will stay up for a couple hours
I was kidding. I'm sorry. My bad. I won't be on watch because I need to sleep.
All right. So, Taurus, you feel pretty well rested, and you can't really sleep, and your eyes sort of pop open, and you notice that the sky is like unusually red.
Wait, hold on. What? I can't sleep? I literally gotta get my sleep in. I can sleep through anything.
Yeah, you went to sleep, but your eyes pop open, and the sky is all red.
Is this a trick?
The sandstorm seems to have grown stronger during the last few hours.
Protection from good and evil. I'm gonna cast it.
Can you cast that in your sleep? Do you want to wake up? Orin awakes. He notices that the sky is red, and this seems highly unusual.
Huh.
You can't always see the red sky, but when there's a gap in the big sandstorm all around you, you can kind of see that the red sun is blazing and turning the sky a crimson... bit my tongue. Crimson color. And that's not usual. You can see some other men that couldn't sleep that are huddled nearby with a campfire, and they're poking a pot of stew that they're cooking. One of them looks up and sees you looking around. They seem a little nervous themselves. You feel a nameless dread begin to gnaw at the edges of your mind.
I can't move them into the rest of the camp right deeper in.
Yeah, you can go anywhere you want. It's a large campsite. Many small groups huddled around different campfires. The Kanks are all sort of in a bit of a penned-in area, surrounded by some stakes.
Well, now that I'm awake, I'm gonna go ahead and protection from good and evil and keep that concentration going.
All right.
Anybody else?
I am asleep at this point.
All right, you hear screams suddenly. A commotion, something's going on. People look around confused.
Hustle to the source.
All right. You rush to the sounds. By the time you get there, all you find is blood stains and body parts. A body ripped apart. You find an arm here, a leg there.
I go underground. Is there a megapede?
You go underground. You do not find a megapede.
Do we wake from these screams, or are the people sleeping still sleeping?
You awake to the sound of screaming. What could that be?
Pick up my sickle and my staff, and I go out to go check what's going on.
All right. You rush outside. You notice the unusual sky. The power of the storm has increased.
I go rush to check on the rest of the party and shake them awake if they are still sleeping.
Yeah, all right.
Does anyone have the natural talent, the wild talent, where you can touch an item and see what happened? It's psionic.
Oh, memories from touching the object?
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
All right. The sandstorm swept across the desolate plains like a living thing, churning the earth into a swirling maelstrom of grit and shadow. Ten Pug's band attempted to rest from the long march, huddled together in the chaos. The howling wind drowning out their cries. The storm was unnatural, a sudden fury that seemed to rise from nowhere, and as it grew in strength, a nameless dread began to gnaw at the edges of their minds. The men spoke in hushed tones, eyes darting nervously as the sandstorm thickened, blotting out the sun and turning day into night. Somewhere within the storm, a shape began to form, an amorphous mass of darkness that defied understanding. It moved with a fluidity that was almost hypnotic, a shifting silhouette that seemed to be everywhere and nowhere at once. The air grew thick with a palpable fear as the unseen presence drew closer, its formless body writhing in the wind. I've got a little map to bring out, so give me just one moment here.
Oh no! Are these things from the fire plane?
Here we go.
What are they? Have you described what they were?
You can't see it. Do you want to put yourselves on the board here?
How big are these squares?
5-foot squares.
Okay.
Everybody's almost the right size. I might shrink Soul a little bit.
So, yeah, they're already. Good deal.
Interesting.
One by one, the men began to falter, their senses overwhelmed by the terror of the unknown. They saw things in the storm, glimpses of nightmarish creatures with too many eyes, mouths that stretched too wide, and limbs that twisted in impossible ways. The sound of heavy footsteps, heavy and deliberate, echoed through the tempest. Though none could see who or what was coming, panic set in, and they scrambled to escape the invisible horror that seemed to stalk them in the darkness. I'm going to roll initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Chris, can you give us promotion again?
From
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Okay. something with far too many eyes comes over towards a group of your army. And several just regular peasant men see this thing coming and they just begin to shriek in terror. The creature, I'll zoom in on stream, the creature begins to emit beams from its eyes, and a different beam falls on a different man. One man explodes in a blast of lightning. Another man is disintegrated on the spot. Another man turns to a statue. Another man seems frozen in place. Another swings his weapon wildly in the air at nothing at all. Another one shrivels away into a skeleton and collapses into a pile of bones.
I'm sorry, what's happening?
One man was hit by a ray and nothing happened to him. He looks at himself with relief and turns to run away.
Sorry, what happened?
The many-eyed one just attacked a
fighting-
group of militiamen.
They're fighting some fiery beholders or something.
It's supposed to be sand. It is the sand churned up around their twisting bodies as they move through the sandstorm and the dunes. I threw a lot of particle effects on the board to kind of give the impression that there's low visibility.
That is good.
A dusty haboob.
That's cool.
Is the red sun, like, do we have any knowledge of what, like, the red sun does?
No clue. This is a new thing. It looks weird. Ringsight, you're second on the initiative. What do you do? Earth to Tarot.
Sorry.
You sound on the other side of the room.
Could you summarize the last 10 minutes? Someone called me for something.
What you
good
missed
text.
is the horrifying creature emerged from the sandstorm and killed 7 of the militiamen in a single turn.
Do I know what it is?
You've never seen anything like it. You still haven't seen anything like it because you can't see it. It's heavily obscured in the sand.
Did my initiative just become the big one?
You are second on the initiative. It just went, and now it's your turn.
I will control winds to get the freaking sand out of the way.
Ah. All right. You begin to attempt to control the storm, but nothing happens. Your spell fizzles.
Whoa.
Oh. Can I... Wait, how far is this thing?
Ooh, good question.
We're so far from the rest of the camp.
Let's see, these are 0.8. And it's,
You're about 100 feet away from it?
yeah. I need the measurement tool. Let's see here. Okay, let me make 2 of these. One here and one here.
Yeah, closest one's about 105 feet from you. They're about 100 to 140 feet.
Too far for anything that I can do.
Do you want to move closer to the screens?
Yes.
Do you want to dash towards the screens or walk to the screens?
How do you use an action this time?
Screaming Terror, is that
Oh,
the one
what?
you're headed towards?
Yes.
The Screaming Terror is 130 feet away. They are listed as the Many-Eyed One, the Screaming Terror, the Roiling Tentacles, and the Seething Darkness.
You can get about here with 30 feet of movement.
Alright, so you advance.
Oh, and then you use your action to control whether and that failed.
Yeah, okay, so he's done. The Roiling Tentacles are gonna move from here to here. All right, they approach another group. All right. You see Sala the Halfling is in this group of militiamen here, and these roiling tentacles roll up, and a whole mess of tentacles lash out. The men and Sala are all picked up in these tentacles, and Sala seems badly wounded by the bludgeoning damage of the tentacles, and then is grappled by those tentacles and is being held like a boa constrictor. The tentacle wraps around Sala and begins cracking the halfling's bones audibly. He squeaks out a grunt of pain, but he's not going to last long. The screaming terror emits a sound so horrifying that your mind can't comprehend it. Everybody make a DC 21 wisdom save.
Holy crap. 21. Let me use my reaction to increase my wisdom saving.
Alright, the scream is going to do 10 psychic damage to everybody who can hear it.
I failed.
Yeah. Alright, 10 psychic damage. If you succeed, you take no damage, meaning you, like, clapped your hands over your ears and avoided hearing the awful sound.
Alright, good. There's
The seething darkness creates an area of darkness on the battlefield. Nobody can see in this spot here. Magical darkness.
Are all my rolls under 10 today? There you go. The one that it doesn't matter is above 10. Oh, magical darkness.
Magical darkness appears on the battlefield. Inky blackness you cannot see through. It obscures at least 3 of the creatures. One of them's off to the side. Alright. Gramorn! You can hear the shrieks of your army being decimated by something off in the sandstorm, but you haven't caught a glimpse of it. The whole area is heavily obscured by this storm that won't go away. You can see Ringsight trying to calm the storm with no effect.
I guess we're gonna have to kill what's over there.
Yeah, this is something not good.
How far can I see?
You can see pretty much everywhere that doesn't have this magical darkness, so you could probably make out that there's something happening over there. You don't see anything anywhere else.
What kind of vision do you have when you're a fire elemental?
Yeah, regular vision.
Anything special?
Nah.
I'm going to cast concentration spell. Spiritual guardian, I think.
Alright.
Spirit guardian.
You draw up spirits around you, spirits of fire and flame to protect you from this evil.
Yeah, level 5.
To the fire and flame.
So around there, I have 15 feet. I'll get a certain.
All right, Taurus.
What are we doing?
Fighting horrors of which we know not.
Unknowable evil.
The best kind.
Love it.
Ring sight's like senses of evil are ringing, right?
He has to be within 60 feet to really get a sense of it.
Okay. Wondering if this is just like a phenomenon of the fire, like the red sun, and we're just hallucinating here, if this is real.
Those screams.
So what do I need to do now?
People scream real screams when hallucinating.
They seem to be dying.
All right, Joe. Think fast. Battle is ensued.
I mean, we can't even really see the terror thingy, so...
Yeah, I mean...
You do
What
hear
am I-
screaming.
what am I
People are being
attacking?
torn apart somewhere to the east.
Like, this is the east?
Yeah, over there.
Over here? Oh. I move 45 in that direction.
Okay.
These 5-foot squares?
Yep. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. You can hop up into the plateau there.
Do I see anything yet?
So these things are heavily obscured and you don't have a clear sight of it. You can see parts of it, but what you see makes no sense. You can't make out a definitive shape. Just a swirling mass of eyeballs and tentacles with eyeballs on them and teeth.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just, I guess, ready in action to hit them if they get close to me.
Sure. All right,
There you
Morg.
go.
I'm gonna move 5... Oh, wait, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Is this low enough that I can go over these rocks?
Yeah.
Okay. 30...
Like, it might be tough to go from over here up to here, unless you have a really good jump height like Taurus does. But over here, it seems like an easier path up.
Okay. And then I'll use my action to dash 5, 10, 15, 20.
I'd say it's like a
far
5-foot
would
drop
jump
down
down
here.
there?
5-foot drop, no
Okay.
damage.
Okay, so I'll jump down 30 feet as action. Can I see them better from here?
Yeah. Still heavily obscured, but you can make out the parts I described. Tentacles, teeth, eyeballs.
Okay. Can I see if there like are people that are actually dead around there, or I can't make that out from the sand?
Yeah, some of the peasants, they were crushed by the tentacles. Sola's still alive, but in great pain.
Okay. I'll let our team know through the mental link that I see corpses of people. And to hurry over here as quickly as possible.
Alright. Will.
Seems real to me. All right. Each square was 5 feet.
Yeah.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay, so I can go into the darkness.
Yep. You're blind. Except for your blind
I'm a-
sense locally.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go underground with the last 5 feet and try to sense that way.
Hmm.
Can I sense underground, or is it only
Nothing but
above?
rocks and sand under there.
Okay. I can do a triple move, can't I?
Yeah, as a rogue, sure.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You get pretty close in the magical darkness.
I'm trying. Okay, so I don't sense anything yet.
Alright. Sia is gonna move. I'm just gonna move him this way. then he's going to dash over to here. And he draws his bow. And he looks at this creature over here. Let's see. "85 feet away. He fires a shot with his bow. Hey, Sia, are you awake there? Nope, guess not. I tried. He fires his bow. It misses. Goes off into the sand, into the tentacle mass, but nothing seems to happen. Back to the top. The many-eyed one. Moves to here. It finds another group. Tenpug stands against this many-eyed creature.
Uh-oh.
He swings his hammer and strikes at it, crushing one of its eyeballs. Viscous ichor spews out across his torso. He screams at it in defiance as its eyes turn on him. It blasts Tenpug and he turns to a statue. Another eye looks up. Length lets out a scream as she's disintegrated by a disintegration ray.
Who was disintegrated?
Linth, the Nibonese woman. Teva, the ex-Templar of Kalik from Tyr. She's also in this group. She swings her weapon at it. It turns an eye on her, and she's blasted by lightning and collapses in a pile.
Holy shit. We're getting destroyed.
Yeah, all these named people are just biting the dust immediately.
Eye beams go off in various directions. Tremendous amount of magical energy is unleashed. Sort of beholder-like in its actions.
You don't say.
Yep. Okay, so that was the many-eyed one ring sight.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
trying
how
not
close-
to put my character knowledge and player knowledge there.
How close is this thing?
From you, the many-eyed one is right there. That didn't work. Hold on. "50 feet. However, you're not
Okay.
directly aware of it except for the shrieks of pain as your allies are being destroyed by eye beams.
Do I see that it's using eye beams?
No, you just hear the sounds.
Uh, do
Can't go halfway on this one. We gotta hit it hard.
Yeah, but when I tried to use magic, the magic freaking failed. But can I summon the air elemental?
Alright, you summon your air elemental. Where do you want to place him?
As far close to him as possible.
Sure. Lost it again. Somewhere on the table is an air elemental. Yeah, I'll make another copy of this one here. You want to place it near the thing?
Yes.
Alright. Your elemental appears somewhere over here, and then it can move close if it wants to make an attack.
Okay, just I wanted to actively be drawing aggro on this freaking thing.
Alright. Air elemental on the board. Adjacent to creature. Ready to go.
And then I will get closer again, and that's all I can do.
Do you want to move straight forward or towards the sound of screaming?
Towards the screams.
Gotcha. place you here in this nook. This gives you a little bit of cover in case any ranged attacks come your way. Alright, the roiling tentacles are...
Oh wait, what about my elemental? Then they have to beat him in the face.
Yeah, you want to roll some attacks? Go for it. 2 slam attacks from your elemental against a amorphous mass of tentacles and eye stalks.
15 and 24.
Alright, the 24 hits. Roll some damage.
9.
Gotcha. Alright. Some of the eyeballs are knocked around by the wind. Okay, the roiling tentacles sort of like... One tentacle grabs Sala by an arm, and another one grabs by the other arm, and then 2 more grab the legs, and then Sala's just ripped in 4 different directions.
As in dead?
One less
Or-
halfling as the tentacles whip around, each holding a limb. The roiling tentacles do not move this turn, as they're just flapping about in the gore. The screaming terror lets out an ear-shattering wail. Everybody make that DC 21 Wisdom save.
I get advantage. What kind of effect is that?
It does 3d8 psychic damage. Unless you make the save, then it does nothing.
Oh, were we supposed to have advantage on the last roll? Because I rolled really bad.
From the Hero's Feast, right? That does give you advantage on the Wisdom saves. So you would have had an advantage on that last save, too.
I got a 29.
Ooh, it was 14 psychic damage this time. Grimorn is unaffected. Oh, Morg. Almost. Not quite enough. You missed it by 1.
I failed.
What the fuck?
It happens.
Such a random freaking monster. Somebody was just a nightmare beholder creature killing
It
everyone.
was a wisdom save.
Yeah, Wisdom save with advantage. DC 21, though.
Okay, so the advantage from the last one didn't help, so this one I rolled the advantage, now I have a 30.
Yeah.
So this one I can take it.
You dodged that 14 psychic damage. Very good, very good. You clap your hands over your ears to avoid hearing the wail.
Gotcha. Okay, that advantage helps a lot. Yeah,
You got 25, man. Good.
I did.
The seething darkness is going to create a second area of magical darkness here.
Oh, we can't see in those circles, huh?
Nope. They completely obscure all vision. You can only hear sound through them.
Unless you have, like, true sight.
Seething darkness doesn't do much. He just sort of obscures the battlefield a little more each turn. Gramorn.
I'm gonna cast a dispel magic on that circle.
Ah, the darkness? Alright.
Yeah.
Which one? The one right in front of you?
Yeah.
It disappears. Poof! I think darkness spell is like 2nd level.
Yeah, it's lower than this dispel magic. Level 3. Alright. At least we can handle that one. The darkness. But shoot, activating a tattoo is an action or what?
Yeah, it has the same action economy as if you actually cast the spell. You know, whatever it requires, bonus or regular or whatever.
Do I know where Orin is?
I don't think he's sneaking
No.
right now.
I was underground, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
planned
yeah.
popping up after that round. I was gonna go up and look for the listen for the sounds and start going that way. But
So you
I'm
are
gonna-
above ground at the end of your turn then?
Well, I will be when it's my turn.
Oh, okay, so not yet.
You
In that
stay
case, you cannot see him.
underground pretty much indefinitely.
I thought you had to be like at the end of your turn. I thought you had to be in an open space. I didn't think you could stay in a rock.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, then
Huh.
Most of those kind of like move through rock things say if you're in rock at the end of your turn, you get shunted out, and it usually like hurts like falling.
then
Can
I
I
will
do?
not be
Oh.
in the ground then.
Okay, so then in that case, you can see him because the magical darkness disappears and he's just standing there.
Right.
Can I do liturgy as a as a bonus action as a cantrip?
Uh,
Why?
yeah,
Yeah. Can I get like a rock in that direction, like in front of Orin, like in this area? Could I make some sort of like a noise appear in that area?
sure.
Like a rock falling on another rock?
You
know?
create a distracting noise. Where exactly is it going to be?
I'll mark it, I guess.
Right there? Right
Yeah,
there.
that's one.
Okay. You create the illusion of some tumbling rocks as if someone was hiding there.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be discreet here. I'm gonna move back over here,
All right.
out of sight.
All right, Taurus. Now that the magical darkness is gone, you're getting a view of a real horror show. You can see Tenpug, Sala, Teva, and Linth are all wrecked. They're out of the fight. Many of the regular militia people, they're also getting wrecked.
No,
The many-eyed one over there
not
is...
the ones we should have fucking stayed back.
The many-eyed ones are decimating the people over there.
We had to fucking kill them all then, I guess, huh?
And you can't see the roiling tentacles, but you can hear them slapping around the parts of Sala.
But you can see that fucking bad creature there, the many-eye one.
The many-eyed one seems to be the worst one. Off in the distance, you can hear the screaming terror. And the seething darkness is kind of hard to spot.
Mm-hmm. This is the darkness right here.
This is an area of magical darkness you're not able to see through. The seething darkness is a creature lurking in the shadows over here, but not very well hidden.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And put me there,
All
I
right.
think. And I prepare my attack to attack him if he gets close to me. I'm in.
Gotcha. Morg.
Going to move. If I could pick up my character and stop lagging. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm going to say, "Begone, creatures of darkness," and I'm going to shoot a sunbeam at the many-eyed one.
Oh, all right.
It has to do a 23 con save, or takes a bunch of radiant damage and is blinded.
Roll some damage.
Fuck your eyeballs. Alright. It is 68 radiant damage.
Ringside.
28 radiant damage.
Okay. A good hit.
And if it failed the con save, it is blinded.
Which is super effective against a creature that uses eye beams.
Right. Can I bonus action? What a bonus action. I'm gonna bonus action and just wild shape into what is tanky. I'm I'm gonna be an earth elemental.
All right, Will, what do you want to do?
So, at this point, Orin can see the many-eyed one.
Yep.
And I am going to. Okay, now, correct me if I'm wrong. I can charge it and not take attacks opportunity.
Is ringside on?
Entering a creature's reach can, like, if it's got a reach weapon, like a really long tentacle, it might be able to slap you as you move through one of the spots, like from here to here, maybe. But if he doesn't see you coming, he can't take an attack of opportunity. Do you want to go into stealth and come at him from a different angle?
I would. I can, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. On a single move, I can get to him. But, I'll tell you what, I'll blow a dice on it.
All right.
And so I can teleport behind him or, come from underground.
I rolled a nat 20 on its perception check, so it's probably going to know where you're at unless you have an astonishingly high stealth roll.
Okay. Well, I'll try to roll stealth.
A creature with many eyes has a high perception.
Minimum roll is 25.
25.
Sorry, 20. Yeah.
Okay, unfortunately you're not going to get the sneak attack off, but you did get behind it.
No. So I get behind it, and I will try to attack and...
Oh, wait a minute, no. I take it back. He's blinded, so I'm not even going to let him roll. Okay, so you do get the sneak attack.
Oh, well, thank you for
Nice.
that. So then, because it... Oops, sorry, that's the air elemental. That's... Okay, so that's me. I teleport behind him, and thank you for that blinding. So I will work on... Actually, I'm going to throw the... I'll use the dagger, not the dagger, the Greyforge dart
All right.
first, and then I'll teleport behind him. So that way I can flank for next time.
Gotcha.
Now I'll put the stuff in chat, and that'll be my turn.
All right.
So a flurry of darts flies out and converges on.
Soul's going to get up onto this rise here, and he's going to fire an arrow. He's like, "You killed the halfling, you bastard!" And he fires a shot, and it hits. Alright, he does 15 damage to the roiling tentacles, and it lets go of Sala's arm.
Just the arm is left over.
We'll have to regrow the body from that arm. We'll have to split it there. That's the best we have, man.
Alright, the many-eyed one is going to make 8 attacks with disadvantage. The air elemental. What's the armor class on your air elemental?
It's 15.
15. Alright, so crit fail on the first one, crit fail on the second one. That's a hit on the third one. 3 hit. I dropped my dice. No. Here it is. That's going to be 18. That's a hit on number 4. And then the other 4 eye stalks are going to turn at Orin.
Oh, 26 hits.
Yep.
exceptional?
Sure. How much damage does it do?
Oh, so what exceptional means I reroll bad dice?
You can reroll one of your dice with exceptional, yep.
Okay. So I'll take a 3. Oh, it becomes worse now. Can it be worse?
Takes the better of the two. It's like an advantage.
So 34 for the regular piercing damage, and then psychic. We're putting that down. But you were attacking me?
Yeah, I'll get to that in just 1 second. Another 8 damage?
No. That's how many darts hit.
Oh, I see.
So 27, but that's all psychic damage.
Alright.
He needs to do a DC 17 con save.
For what effect?
This is for con save versus exhaustion.
He's immune to exhaustion, so I'm not gonna roll that one.
Okay, fair.
Alright, he shoots eye beams with disadvantage.
Because of the blinding effect?
Yeah. A bunch of them still hit, though, so... let's see... A confusion beam and a psychic damage beam both hit the elemental. So the elemental has to roll a DC 21 wisdom save against confusion.
Okay, we can't win that.
I'm getting ready to turn to stone.
So your air elemental becomes confused and is also going to take 24 psychic damage.
Okay.
I'll mark that here, minus 24, and confused. Confusion. Alright, so the confusion spell says when he goes to make an action, he has to roll a d10, I think. And that determines what he can do that turn, so we'll get to that when we get to that. But in the meantime, we've also got... Orin, I'm afraid 3 of the eye beams did manage to hit you.
Okay, here we go.
You get hit by beam number 5, 6, and 8. Roll me a... I think it's a con save.
I figured. Okay, con. Hey, 23.
Oh, you got a 23.
That was a high roll.
On a successful save, you are unaffected by Flesh to Stone.
Huh. Okay.
Lucky day for Orin. Flesh to Stone didn't work, but you were also hit by beam 6 and 8.
What are these?
A disintegration ray is shot at you. You get a dex save.
Dex? Okay.
Yeah.
Think about that. $23 again.
All right, another successful save. You take 0 damage. You are not disintegrated. Oh, wait. Because of your ability to dodge all damage, you take no damage.
Right, for evasion. Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Dodge the entire thing.
Because otherwise, on a failed save, you would still take 10d6 plus 40. But because you
Ooh.
take no damage on a successful save, you dodge a really nasty disintegrate effect.
10 plus 40 would potentially still put me down.
Right? That's a nasty beam. And the last one is a con save against necrotic damage.
Come on. Big money, big money.
No whammy.
That's not gonna do it.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. You feel withered for 42 necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Okay. That was half what I had left, but I'm surviving.
A heavy hit. All right. Let's see. That was the many-eyed one. I think ring sight's next.
That's the only effect? I don't have to worry about anything else?
You actually dodged 2 of the effects, since you really only took the necrotic damage. So lucky day.
All right, sweet.
Flesh the stone evaded, and also the disintegrate evaded.
Now, if I fail to disintegrate, that's automatic death, right?
Yeah.
If I was only automatic death if you
Let's kill it quick.
if you lose all your health by it.
Yeah, if it reduces you to 0 hit points, you are disintegrated.
Yeah, and then you can't revive.
Well, you can, but it takes some more effort.
Let's not go there.
Yeah.
That's all I'm suggesting. Like, we don't do that.
Let's not get disintegrated.
Let's use that option. Kill it real quick.
It's
Oh,
ring
is it
sight
my
turn?
turn?
Yeah, you're after the many-eyed one.
This could be it, guys.
Where is Taurus?
Taurus is just up ahead. He's like 20 feet in front of where you're at. 25
Just
feet.
to save time, I will roll the confusion for your air elemental.
3.
The creature
that
doesn't
do?
move or take action this turn. It just stands there retarded.
Also, have a haste, Taurus.
Taurus is hasted. Lucky day. Extra attack.
Come to think of it, while I'm doing that, how about I give you a push, so you can just be next to the thing.
How far can you move him?
Well, if you just hasted me, then that means I move 90 in the next turn. So don't worry
Right.
about it. Attack
Yes, but now you don't have to waste any time.
He casts a spell.
Attack
he
it.
doesn't, he doesn't get to also attack it. All he can do is haste you on this turn, I think. So the roiling tentacles are going to continue thrashing about in the militia here. Several kanks are
Wait,
picked up in the
wait,
tentacles and
hold
crushed.
on. I wasn't done.
Okay. What do you do?
Actually, if it's doing that, maybe I'll telekinetic it instead, so it can't smack as many
Wait,
people.
you can do telekinesis and haste in the same turn?
Telekinesis isn't a spell for me.
It's a class
It's a
feature. He
power.
can just push people around.
What?
Do you want to be moved now that you know that? Because you've been hasted.
I mean, sure.
The rolling tentacles is 70 feet away from you.
Oh, okay, well.
You
Then.
can move a little bit though. You still have 30 feet. You can move around.
Yeah, do you want to move your character?
I don't
wanna
feel
move-
the need to move right now. I'll
You
just
can
push.
move like 10 feet and then go back in the corner if you want.
I'll just push Taurus closer to the enemy so he can focus on smacking the enemy.
There you go.
Was it like 10 feet movement?
Is I think times it's a roll. Well, no. Number of feet equal to a number. Wait, 5. Wait, what? Move toward you away from you. A number of feet. Oh, the sound of talent die. What is? Hang on. What number is that again?
D10.
Yeah, wow, we're up to a D10 now?
I think so.
Oh,
That
well, that
sounds right.
wasn't great. That was just you're an extra 10 feet further. That didn't help all that much.
All right. I moved him.
It's the thought that counts.
He's a little bit closer. Okay. So after ring sight, the roiling tentacles lash into the kanks. The Screaming Terror unleashes its Death Scream, and this turn its psychic damage is pretty big. It's going to do 16 psychic damage unless you can make that DC 21 Wisdom save.
Oh my
Yep.
goodness, my advantage is better.
Yep, all of you get the save with advantage thanks to the Hero's Feast. Morg is unaffected by the Screeching Wail.
Oh, I should be rolling with an advantage for those saves?
Yes, yes.
Shoot. Well, that's going to be important for that disintegrate roll.
My earthly form has no ears.
Disintegrate was a deck save. It wouldn't help here. It's wisdom only for the Hero's Feast.
Oh, okay. Got it. Well, then that wouldn't affect my saves then, or for what happened.
It affects this one, if you want to avoid the 16 psychic damage of the
Oh,
Screaming Terror.
Got it.
I'll roll again.
Yeah, for this turn, it just came up on the creature's turn and he wailed again. Sia failed and he took 16 damage.
Got it.
So that's all his temp, and 6 on top of that.
I got 30. There we go.
You're fine. You're safe.
Alright. Unaffected by the scream, and then the seething darkness creates a new area of darkness that is going to be here.
That screaming's probably messing up the rest of the army, though.
Alright. So let me read something here. One by one, the men begin to falter, their senses overwhelmed by the terror of the unknown. They saw things in the storm, glimpses of nightmarish creatures with too many eyes, mouths that stretched too wide, and limbs that twisted in impossible ways. They seemed to break, and with no morale, and with no leader, they flee, but there's no escape. The monster was not of the physical world, but of their minds, a manifestation of fear so powerful that it tore at their very sanity. As the night dragged on, the storm raged and men fell. They dropped to the ground, clutching their chests, their eyes wide with terror. Some screamed as unseen claws raked across their flesh. Others gasped for breath as if suffocating under an invisible weight. By the time the storm began to abate, 30 of Tenpug's 60 men lay unmoving in the sand, their bodies untouched, but their minds shattered and comatose. When the storm finally passed and the sun broke through the clouds, the survivors found their comrades unresponsive, their eyes staring blankly at the sky. The desert was silent once more, but the horror lingered in the air. An unspoken understanding passing between them. The nightmare had been real, yet nothing had truly touched them. They had been attacked, not by some beast of the sand, but by a force beyond comprehension, a terror that lived within their own minds, leaving them to wonder if the storm had ever been real at all.
What happened a second ago? I tuned out for a moment.
Okay, so all of that was a nightmare. It all happened in your minds, but everybody who was killed by the nightmare creatures is currently in a coma and refuses to wake up.
Wait, even the mighty Tenpug and the other named people?
Correct. All of the named people that just died in the battle are in a coma and they don't wake up. They're not dead. They're stable, but they're not responsive.
I'm gonna wait, so are our spells used still?
Yes, all of the spells that you cast are actually used. In addition to that, nobody got a rest.
The bastards.
That's why spell slots were really important during this adventure, because they really hit you hard and they don't let you rest. So you won't get any spells back, so you have to press on through with what you have left.
Okay, I'm gonna try to detect, but I'm gonna try to detect thoughts my way into the mind
Comatose
of
people?
Taro, you sense something. Something within 60 feet. A devilish, evil thing. It's a small evil. Invisible nearby.
Pinpoint, please.
Alright, you pinpoint the small evil. What do you want to do? Do you want to run at it?
have your glass, your spy glass? That lets you see invisible stuff.
Better, I have evil seeing vision.
Divine
Activate.
sense.
No,
All right.
not divine. I have a invisisight.
Gotcha. All right. Hey, there's an imp there. An invisible imp holding a magical stone.
I pretend not to see it.
Okay.
I will telepathically communicate. Does anyone have a spell that like contains things to a small location?
I have a Pokeball orb.
Hmm.
He'd have a hard time targeting something he can't see.
But would I?
If you want to walk over to him and grab his orbs, grab him by the balls and use it.
Alright, I'll just grab myself an orb and then be minding my own business, and then my plan to telekinetic the thing towards me suddenly and then Pokeball it in the face.
All right, let's test that pitching arm. You gotta hit the imp with your throw. It's a magic weapon with +1, I think.
It's +1, yeah, and then use your strength and proficiency bonus. Before you take the orb, I use it and forcefully release the Gith inside, and I just punch him unconscious.
Okay then. Hang on, one of these is a don't move ray, I think. No, that wouldn't work.
Can he get advantage in the roll for the fact that he's using telekinesis to pull it towards him? And the thing is pretty much not quite at his mercy, but
It doesn't know. I know.
Well, you know what? I'll take away its dex bonus.
Alright.
So the dex bonus on an
Roll.
imp gives it a +3. So
Oh, I rolled a 20.
okay, you hit.
yeah,
You capture the imp in the ball. He's gonna drop that stone at his feet as he's sucked into the orb.
I imagine just complaining to himself, "The fool." And then I walk around looking all solemn, well then suddenly, oh, and just absorb.
Okay, so there's a stone. It looks to have a bunch of runes carved into the stone surface of the perfect little sphere. It's laying on the ground where the imp was.
Is somebody good with Arcana?
I think I am. Hold on.
I can't make much heads or tails of it.
I rolled a
I thought we were in combat.
23. No, combat ended because it was a nightmare.
The nightmare ended.
Yeah,
Oh.
use a Pokeball.
While it only
I
seemed to
totally
be a
just
few
got
rounds
that
of
part.
combat, it was actually an entire nightmarish night of tossing and turning and getting no rest.
What did you roll, Rexite?
I rolled a 23 on the Arcana as well.
Okay. This appears to be an artifact of some kind.
What?
Just an artifact.
As in beyond normal magic item power.
I have a stick here I can use for identification.
Go ahead if you want.
I'll use the stick of identification.
All right. This is a weird and unique item. It allows mental contact.
Sounds like a sending
Hey,
stone.
use it.
But
Wake up the people that are in coma right
I don't know. You can tell that there's danger in this artifact. If you come in telepathic contact with the artifact, it's what do they call those crystal balls in the Lord of the Rings? They got like the thing that
Volunteer.
Palantir. Think of this as a palantir for psychics. So a psionic character would be able to pass psychic powers through the sphere and have those powers amplified by it. But it works both ways, so if you make contact with the sphere, whatever's at the other end might also become aware of you.
If I use the sphere, could I bring everyone mentally back?
Unknown.
I'll have to study this. For now, I should write this down actually.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Can we load up all the unconscious people onto the airship?
Yeah, if the airship comes down for a landing, or if you use your flying abilities to carry them up to it.
We can teleport them.
You want to waste a teleport spell just to move unconscious people?
They said it was like 30 people, right? So that's more people than you can teleport in one shot.
Yeah. Once a day, I can teleport them. I have to come
Just
back.
have them dock and put like a little ramp out and carry them on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to do my plan again of digging into their brains to see if I can't find anything.
Whose
Well,
brains?
at least I blinded the many-eyed ones
And
so
Bug's
that Warren
brain.
didn't get vaporized.
The ones that are in a coma, they have nothing going on in their heads.
I wonder if it's an effect of a curse.
I'm gonna try to legend lore the stone.
You
Yeah,
don't
can't
feel the presence that we just fought?
Diamond dust would be expensive to greater restoration than 30 people.
The legend lore on this stone says that this is the Orb of the Dreamland. It's a powerful artifact from the Blue Age, which allows near absolute control over dreams.
You make nice thing happen inside dreams.
So we only gone us some there.
What?
I
So
just
this
wonder if we could use it and bring the people back from their coma.
Maybe you could make nice things happen in their dreams to wake them up. Some soothing, healing stuff that makes them not scarred for life.
I'm gonna see if poor Gennard knows anything about this sending spell.
You contact Korganard and you tell him all about the legend lore of the Orb of the Dreamlands. Korganard has never heard of such a thing, although he's fascinated with the idea that you would have absolute control over dreams. Just imagine the possibilities, he says.
Very powerful.
It's mostly terrible possibilities, if I'm honest.
Anything you can imagine in a dream could become
nightmares.
true.
Aren't you the one that always want to get ahead of people?
True, but you know, I don't know. No one's more quick to criticize drinking than an alcoholic.
I would like to invade Sorcerer King's dreams with this and have Boris eat them in their dreams like he ate me in the mirror.
No, but you can use it maybe to bring these people out of this coma.
Yeah, but there's also an evil entity on the other side. I don't know many benevolent folks who associate with imps. Speaking
You have
of, let's go
do you
look and find
you have a
the thing.
strong will?
Yes, but I don't like to test my luck.
You can tell
I
that this
like-
artifact is attuned to an evil.
Okay, well, it's time for the plan then, or the new plan, or whatever.
I wonder if I can
will,
destroy it.
I will go onto the ship and release the imp into a confined cage.
Yeah, there's probably a cage somewhere on the ship. You could put it in a barrel, maybe.
I was thinking like a bird cage.
I don't think they have a bird cage. You're not really all about transporting animals all that often, so... but you got barrels, you've got boxes for cargo and stuff. Maybe a sack? You want to keep it in a sack?
We have a sail.
Seems dangerous, but okay.
Yeah, triple layer it. It'll be fine.
We'll have to build a sail. Make a gel.
Okay.
can
Hello,
I
I will say.
take off?
Just have
Yeah,
one
that's
of the
the session for
members.
tonight. Anybody
have one of the
got any feedback? Any last minute stuff for the stream?
I mean, I want to
I-
interrogate this imp, but
I knew it as soon as I said that these red darkness. I knew it. There was a dream.
Yep, you figured it out right away. This isn't your first rodeo. When the Nightmare Man messed with you, you learned your lesson back then. Not always to trust everything that happens.
Wait, how did you know it was a dream?
It was a good guess. He guessed right away.
Yeah.
I dropped some hints,
I was-
right? I tried to describe it as a surreal, reddish-skied, weird world where, even some of your spells not working. That was like an indicator that maybe this isn't real.
I thought
Not
it was because it was
real
beholden,
weather.
because beholdens have anti-magic field.
All right, you're trying to control the weather, but the weather's not real. So how can you control it?
Right.
Let's close this table.
Yep. Let me pack up the board.
Well, that was engaging and entertaining.
I'm glad you liked it.
I didn't like it straightforwardly, but it was. Alright. My phrasing's a bit weird.
We're done?
here.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Good game.